Morning guys, a crisp start here in Sunseeker Pool today. 7:30 in the morning, it's frosty on the ground and we got something really exciting to show you today. So behind me is the all-new Sunseeker 88 yacht. This is the first boat in the series and today we're going to have a look around before she goes out on her first of the factory photo shoots. So it's an ideal opportunity to see the boat pretty much fully dressed. Guys are just on board doing final prep before she goes out under a bridge in a couple of hours time. So we're going to have a brief look around, see some of the new features and what's changed since the outgoing 86 yacht, which finished its production run at the end of last year. So behind me here, spin the camera around, here she is. And I have to say, what a fantastic platform. So 86 yacht that went before her, 80 odd hulls built, very popular model, one of my favourites in the range, right at the sort of limit of what is deemed sort of owner-operator use. 26 metres overall, so fits under the 24 metre load line length, which is important from a regulatory crewing point of view. And we've taken everything that was good about the 86 yacht and made her even better. So fundamentally it's the same running gear machinery below decks, which is really important from a reliability point of view, as we know that is a really well tried and tested package. And then there's a new window line running through the hull band here, a new bulwark design here with this beautiful glass panel that seamlessly blends into this sort of black section of windows and painted structure. The Flybridge coaming and roof structure itself up there has been painted in a gloss black finish, so when you stand back from afar the boat really blends into a much more sleek, streamlined shape than would otherwise be a large lump of white fiberglass. She's an absolute cracker. Powered, this particular one, by the larger 12V MTU 1950 horsepower engines. Gets on to about 27 knots flat out. The important thing with a yacht this size is that she cruises sort of 10 to 12 knots. We've got a range of between 12 and 1500 nautical miles, so very efficient at displacement speed. Allows owners to do those sort of long distance passages, overnight runs and what have you, from the south of France down to the Balearics. So you see on the starboard side here we've done away with the balcony that we used to have in the side of the 86 here. We've maintained the doors up here as an option to give ventilation into the saloon. Just come around so you can see the boat from the front here. Really imposing from all angles. I say under that 24 metre load line does mean you can run owner-operator if you wish. This particular one's geared up for 4 crew, so we've got 2 twin bed bunk cabins in the stern with their own self-contained bathroom and basic galley facilities. And then we have 4 cabins for guests, so 8 berths on board. There is actually option to do a 5 cabin layout on this hull, which we'll have a little look at the layout in the future if you so wish. Platform on the back here of course is a hydraulic high-low system. That's actually 1,000 kilo capacity lift, so we'll take up to a Williams 520 jet tender, although generally most owners this size running something like a 460 Williams. So worth thing noting on the back here, so this has changed, where before on the 86 we had just a locker in the top here and then it was a crew cabin straight into the back. This is the new Sunseeker Extend system. So we're going to open this up in a sec and just see how it works. Effectively the door comes up a la Manhattan 68 with a storage locker in the back for dive bottles and what have you, and then the seat actually flips over the other way, giving us an extended sunbed from the cockpit, and then it also folds down this way to give you a seat on the bathing platform when you're at anchor for sort of entertaining with kids in the water and what have you. You can see here new things like stainless steel pillars over the old fiberglass, no mouldings on the back here, so this is beautiful stainless steel work. New transom doors with the Sunseeker logos, so lots of little details of the black painted surface up there. And then up on the Flybridge we'll see when we go up top, we've actually got this new glass panels with the teak capping rail up top there, so real step up in terms of little quality detail improvements over what was a hugely successful yacht for us before. So let's get on board and check her out. So as before, passerelle's in the steps here, which comes out as a gangplank type arrangement. Array of buttons here to do the various platforms and converting extend system on the back here. So we're just going to lift this up and you'll see now the garage door access to reveal the, I say, bottle storage, little seat. There's a deck shower in there. And then you'll see now the seat opening up. So there would normally be cushions in here. I say to give you an extended massive sun pad area from the aft cockpit here, so real chilled out social zone. When you're at anchor, everybody's sort of connected with the water at the back here. And then the whole mechanism can drop down here, back with the garage closed, and that seat then effectively gives you somewhere to sit on the aft platform. So we come back down to the bathing platform here now. You can see this is the lift up teak seat. So there's room in the back here to store dive bottles. Got places to put things like, you know, your beach towels and your shampoos and what have you. Real slick arrangement. This is the crew access in here, which we'll go and have a look at in a bit. And what happens here is effectively these doors spin out and they drop into the little slots here either side, and that then gives you protection. So if you've got kids sitting up on there, so you feel very sheltered in the sun pad arrangement here. If I just stand forward in the cockpit here now, you can see a real cool social area. We've done away with a fixed dining table on this particular boat, as you've obviously got loads of options upstairs as well as inside. If an owner wanted to do something different, so these are all customizable at this size, we could go back to a much more formal dining table here with a different array of seating, really down to an owner to choose what they deem most suitable for their own usage. So we're going to just drop that back down and then we'll continue with our tour. So that's closed back down now, so we're going to head on around the rest of the boat. So cockpit area here, we have a sink here on the starboard side with cupboards beneath with a refrigerator and storage locker. Across on the port side, again a large storage locker. Optional third station helm controls here, so we've got our proportional slightly bow and stern thrusters, engine start stop panels, and also set of controls there. And we'll start outside here, so up onto the Flybridge, and we'll see a brand new wet bar arrangement here. See the guys just cleaning the ice off the deck here. So stunning looking new fascia on the bar here, where we had a curved unit before with some stainless steel inlays and that lovely LED lighting, which also runs in all the recesses on the side panels here. Some finished panels here on the underside of the gloss black hardtop. So again, carbon fibre as always, so very lightweight, structurally very stiff, so it doesn't rattle and squeak when you're going along. And then up top we've got an open array Simrad 64 nautical mile radar system, and we've got all the usual nav kit you'd expect on a yacht of this size. Large 24-inch screens downstairs, 16-inch screens up here on the Flybridge. Lots of different layouts. So this particular yacht, we've got a fixed sun pad here, but they're also drawn as an option. You can take this with a small hot tub. There will also be room to have a crane and a jet ski up here. We're still engineering the design of how that would work with the aft panels. And then this huge dining space. So the table folds up into the middle there to give a little bit more of a coffee table chill out type evening setup. But for dining, say you're losing that aft cockpit, this is the place to come. I mean, we've got a view here, even in Poole Harbour, at the commercial end of the shipyard, so you can see what it would be like sat up here enjoying a almost 360-degree panoramic view. Stunning place to take your morning coffee, your lunch, your evening dinner, if you've got formal charter guests on board and what have you. Then we come forward and we've got this lovely big U-shaped seating area here next to the helm, so chill out with the captain or owner operator with the family all together. So 16-inch Simrad NSS Evo 3 displays. We've got autopilot controls for the screens here, little dual USB charging point, and then throttles and thrusters here nicely to hand right next to the starboard windscreen here. So if I imagine myself at the helm here, I've got visibility pretty much all the way from bow to stern, slight overhang on the back here exactly as the 86 used to. So I fitted several owners now with cameras on the back here to give additional visibility if they're running short-handed. But those proportional thrusters make this such a docile yacht to drive, honestly. Very, very slick, and it doesn't take long to build your confidence. Just see that now up close, that bar, it's beautiful, absolute real feature piece up here. Still maintaining a lot of practicality, so we've got our sink in here. Underneath there's a cupboard, dual refrigeration drawers, again further refrigeration, ice maker, and of course a griddle. There's space actually to put a larger unit in there if you particularly wish. Worth noting, on the aft end of the Flybridge hardtop here, there's a retractable sun awning. It comes out, clips onto a couple of poles on the back there, just to give you some protection when you're running. So let's head on inside, see what the all-new interior is like. So lots of new wood options in the Sunseeker range over the last 18 months, and this is the all-new eucalyptus wood that we first launched Düsseldorf Boat Show 2020, and it's absolutely fantastic. So it's a dark wood, not too dissimilar to a Venge finish, slightly different graining, and this is done in a high sheen satin finish, so very opulent and works really nicely with these inlaid leather panels here in the tops. It's a very contemporary boat in here, so they've tried to define the two spaces. So we've got a darker area here in the forward formal dining space, and then we've got this really nice chilled out aft saloon with those vast panoramic windows again. So imagine sitting in here, all weathers, so boat usable all year round. It's an absolute stunning finish. Again, step up in quality, everything from things like the little displays here for the Dometic aircon systems, the Weimar panel here controlling different types of lighting. We've got new feature lighting up in the ceiling here. Lots of upgrades on this. So the boat is actually pretty much now fully dressed for the photo shoot they're doing today. So these stunning bits of sculpture and general boat dressings, which is exactly how an owner would use a yacht. So very, very warm and comforting in here. Again, everything is custom, so we've got a carpet through the lounge area here in the back, and then the wood floor going forward. So that's a Venge finish on the floor up there. Dining again for 8 on the basis of those 4 cabins downstairs. .55-inch TV there, so permanently mounted. There is options to put it in a high-low box behind, and we could do something different with a sofa on this side, but this seems to be the way that our clients are asking us to design the yachts these days. So it tends to become a little bit more of a feature on the boat. So we come forward into the dining space. In the sideboard here we've got the crockery, glasses in the back here, lovely little backlit illuminated cupboards. These are storage lockers in here. Optional patio door here on the starboard side, so you can go with a fixed glass pane in there, and there is also the option to do the same on this side if you so wish. You can see beautiful, hard to pick it up in the sunshine, but this is exposed weave carbon fibre on here, so carbon used throughout the build as well as fiberglass composite, just to give structural strength where needed. Lovely feature lampshades there over the dining table, and we've got this table here with an inlaid top, so we've got stainless steel banding with the wood and the porcelain top. Very, very pretty, and set off, say, with these stunning bits of art. I have to say, I love this globe. That's a cracking piece of furniture to have on your boat. So again, everywhere packing in proper cruising yachts. These owners often away for weeks on end, so we've got loads of storage packed in, always as practical as they are aesthetically pretty. And then from a crewing perspective, Galley is forward here. We've moved this from the 86 yacht, where before there was a small dinette area up here under the windscreen. The whole structure's gone forward, gives us about 30% more space in that saloon area to work with. Side door access out onto the port deck here, so that gives you room for the crew to come in with breakfast and what have you, from picking up shopping supplies and what have you without disturbing guests on board. And access, of course, for docking to the side decks. You've got doors both sides here, one on the starboard side behind the bridge. So Galley up under the windscreen here. Obviously one concern was the increased heat generation through the screen, so we've got upgraded air conditioning systems up here to deal with that. Lovely sprayed finish on these doors, so massive lockers, full width dishwasher, and then Miele convection microwave oven. We've got a microwave over here. These are refrigeration units, and then across this side again, further drawer refrigeration. We've got a wine and champagne refrigeration unit there, of course. Large sinks under here, so 1.5 bowl. Beautiful porcelain top with this lovely sort of grained finish, which also runs around the splashbacks. Of course, this area is done in a dark colour, so it doesn't disturb the captain if running at night. And then we've got a large TV up on the bulkhead there. And coming across then, so lower bridge main display area, we've got two 24-inch Simrad multifunction navigation displays, MTU control panel for both the engines here, iPad charging station. This is the new Sunseeker CM8 display, which does tanks and controls for generators and what have you. Two 27 kilowatt Onan generators, which are also running as well as the aircon system, things like the new stabilization system. So we're running a CMC fin, vector fin stabilization system, and you can see that panel there, which is all currently off. So boat's going out now in about an hour's time, so I'm sure they'll be up on the Sunseeker International channel a full sea trial video to come. So little detail again here, things like stainless steel strips in the doors. This is the optional main deck day head here, so we've got just a basic bathroom, say, for guests on board. And note, there is no forward staircase, so big change over the 86 yacht. We now just have the single central staircase here, which has been turned into a feature. So we've got this beautiful lighting and wall finishes. It's worth noting here there is a sliding door, so at night you can partition off the helm if guests are entertaining in the aft end of the saloon here. Let's head on down, check out the accommodation, see what that main difference is with a single staircase. So we come down into a vast lobby. This, for a yacht of this size, it's a very, very impressive space. Again, with these lovely finishes on the walls. And then 4 cabins. So midships here we have 2 twin guest cabins. Starboard cabin here configured as a twin berth. These are often used for charter, so 8 guests, with the option actually in these cabins to add a Pullman drop down bed here, so we can actually squeeze 2 more beds in here to get 10 on board if needed. Fixed beds in this particular cabin. Again, new feature lighting and this lovely LED feature in the ceiling. It's really hard to bring to you on the camera here just how much of a step up in quality this is over the what was already a hugely successful yacht with the outgoing 86. So port cabin here is almost a mirror image. You'll note we have the sliding tracks in the floor here. So this can be the bedside table comes out, this comes across, bedside table drops in that side, and it gives you then the option for a double bed. Again, large AV system. We'll run through the spec in a little bit more detail later in the video. So this is the main difference now. So the VIP second guest cabin, or arguably the second owner's cabin if you've got joint owners on the yacht, would have been accessed before through a second stairwell going down forward next to the helm. So we've done away with that, and we now have this corridor which comes forward into a mini suite, and this is really, really impressive up here. So very very quiet. Obviously huge improvement on the sound deadening, new rock wall materials they're using between engine room and all the noisy parts of the yacht to give you a much more sedate onboard experience. So we come into this forward area through this small partition here just to break up the cabin, and we've got this beautiful huge island centerline double. Look at some of these new materials. Again, lighting in the ceiling, and where these would have been wooden pelmets, now we've got soft materials up on the top here. This is sprayed in again a silver lacquer. We've got wood details here. These are picture windows, manual blinds on this particular yacht, option to go electric if you wish. Again, vast AV system. We've got storage throughout all these cupboards. Across on this side, on the starboard side, we've got a small vanity station, again beautifully finished. We pull out drawers, new catches here on the drawers, so little button for security at sea. Everything soft close, again stainless steel inlays on the frame there. This side wardrobe, of course boat's still in commission, so all the spare parts currently in storage, and various lockers. Again, storage shelves here, drawers below. And often you get asked, where do you put things like your suitcases and all the long-term sort of water storage and everything else that you inevitably need to carry around with you? So under the floors here, let's get my fingers into the so vast forward section here up into the bow, and we can rack this out for storage, so you've got loads and loads of room. So it's lovely finish, very clean, tidy down there. Handy place to keep all your long-term provisions. And then we come across, so this is the private heads compartment. So we've obviously got twin his and hers sinks, lots of cupboard finishes in here, great size shower, Very clean, fresh looking, with these white stone finish on all the surfaces. Easy for crew to keep the yacht clean. And then we head down straight through to the owner's suite, which is here midships in the yacht. And this really has a wow factor. Just come in and take in beds over 2 meters wide, and the same opulent finish throughout as we've seen elsewhere. So again, new feature detailing on the bulkhead here, table lamps, wall lighting. So this is AV system. There's cupboards under here. More AV, little safe in the corner there for your valuables. Lovely little wireless charging point there. Notice things like USB sockets in the wall here to save you plugging your chargers in. And again, these lovely picture frame windows. You imagine the view waking up in a bay in the morning, so it's just stunning. I have to say, it's really hard to explain just how much of a wow factor there is with this new finish. Some exciting stuff coming out of Sunseeker now, I have to say. Really exciting to be part of the journey at the moment and seeing these new models, part of the famous 5 new boats that will be launching here in the 21 season. Good sized wardrobe here in the corner. Storage shelves. Again, drawers beneath here. Lovely little stainless steel and leather inlays, and again, as per that forward VIP guest cabin, we've got twin sinks. There's space on the floor here to have an individual bidet if you wish in certain parts of the world, and again a large shower here over on the port side of the yacht. So if we head back up out onto main deck, we'll have a look forward, and then we'll finish off in the crew and machinery space. As you'll notice here, so we've done away, we used to have 4 panes of glass in the 86, done away with that now, so we just have this large opening centre section. Vast bulwarks, so you'll see duck down here, very safe if you've got kids, small dogs and what have you. Feels very safe as you walk around. Crew access side doors here coming alongside. And you'll notice this black painted finish over the top of the bulwark here, just to give a slightly more bespoke finish over the standard white gel coat. Teak decks here, so both up on the Flybridge and all the side decks here. And this area is very similar to the outgoing 86 yacht. So we've got a large central island sun pad here with cushions. There's a seat on the front here, and then this lovely big seating area with the teak fixed table. Options for parasols to fit up in the deck here. And then we've gone for a gloss black finish on the lower bridge roof there, just to break the feel of the yacht up. Twin anchor arrangement here with V8 Lumar winches. This particular one finished with galvanised anchors and chain, optional of course to go up to stainless steel if you wish. Of course, things like deck lockers here, so again practical storing your fenders, ropes and what have you. So optional area here to put that port side sliding door in if you wish. Then if we head down to the platform, we'll go into the crew space and then through into the engine room. So access door here is on the starboard side. Lifting up, of course, to stay out of the way of the tender if you have one fitted on the stern here. So we've got treated bottom of the stairs here. There's a single shared heads compartment, and then we have two twin bed bunk cabins. So first to watch here is on the port side, and they run thwartships. Again, things like wardrobes and storage, everything's very practical, white, clean, white high gloss melamine in here, on the basis it's a high traffic area with several people living close together. We've got commercial Miele washer dryer here, two independent units, so great for doing your bedding and what have you on a fast turnaround for charter guests, and a basic mess area here as well. So of course generally with 4 crew you'd be running a full-time chef who would prepare also for the crew, but it's nice to have somewhere just to make a cup of tea in the early hours and what have you. So it's quite noisy in here. We're running the generator at the moment, ready for, say, for the yacht departing shortly. So these are the larger MTU 12V. Say, always have the boat with the 10V 16 22 horsepower engines, but we build nearly all the 86s built with the 1950s in. So really gets up and going, triple sequential turbos. And then outboard of the engines you have the two 27 kilowatt generators. This is a hot water tank up here. There's space to have another one of these storage trays here over the port engine for additional storage. There's room to strap, you see these are the parasols here for the foredeck. There's room to have a second one on this side if you wish, so that you can have one on the bathing platform as well. A big engine room extraction system. Obviously the captain for the day is just preparing all the systems to start her up ready for a run out. Fuel polishing system, which is pretty normal on a yacht this size. Hydraulic pack, of course, electrical engineering systems, everything is absolutely first class. See how it's clinically finished in here, everything right down to individual labels on switches and what have you, make it very easy from a day-to-day operational side of the yacht. So these are often running back-to-back weeks of charter in the season down in the Mediterranean, so very little time tolerate for downtime, maintenance and what have you. They really have to be engineered to perfection. So normally I'd spend a little bit more time in here talking you through it, but with the noise in the background I think it's best we head back out and I'll carry on from the deck. So there you have it. First look round the new 88 yacht, and I hope you enjoyed that as much as I have. Seen her for a number of months coming together here in the shipyard through the build process. It's an exciting time to see something born from a barrel of resin through to the finished project. This is something really exciting. So enjoyed building several 86 yachts for a multitude of different clients over the years, and just seeing how the factory have tweaked and revised this like they've done very successfully already with the Predator 55, the Manhattan 55 and the new 68 Manhattan. It's fantastic to see the trend of where these new yachts are going. So this particular one, as you see her here, she's coming in about £5.8 million ex-tax, so right about £900,000 worth of extras. Pretty typical on something this size. Not really much more to add other than provisioning for tender, sea bobs and the various other obligatory water toys, potentially some commercial coding and general stores and what have you. If you'd like to talk to me about the yacht and discuss potentially part exchanges, moving up through the range, whether this is perhaps a little bit too small for you, or perhaps you're looking to upgrade from something you've got please get in touch. So say it's james@sunseekersouthampton.com, or mobile as always, +44 7747 686 587. So very happy to talk. Plan your own build if this one isn't suitable to your own taste. So lots of bespoke options. We're really into the sort of semi-custom range at this size in terms of what Sunseeker can produce. Building about 8 to 10 yachts at this size a year. So it's a popular model for us. It's going to be really busy once this first one officially launches and the general boating public are made aware of her. I think we're going to see a forward order book that spreads well into 12-18 months for most of the new builds. So great opportunity. There's plenty of time. Here we are, early part of March 21, to get this boat provisioned, to get her on a ship and send her off anywhere in the world to suit your own boating preferences in your chosen destination. So don't delay, please get in touch. Let's talk through the options and see if we can work something out. Hope you've enjoyed that today, and we look forward to hearing from you.